Hello, my name is Eric Roeder. I work in business development for Codilation. We're a team of website developers, software engineers, and just overall super nerds. We develop apps and websites in the obvious technology hub that is Fargo, North Dakota. That summary of my life sounds dreadful to most of the world, but I absolutely love my community and I love my job. Every week I meet incredible people who are absolutely inspiring. They have new business ideas or are spearheading giant projects to make our community better, or just are smarter than me and have great professional knowledge to share. I thought it would be relatively selfish to keep all of this information to myself, so I decided to start a little talk show. Welcome to my office.
My guest this week is Dr. Travis Helmers from HealthSource Chiropractic. He's one of the more healthy people I know, and with the new year, we're going to talk a little bit about just, overall wellness. Thank you guys for being here. My guest this week is Dr. Travis Helmers of HealthSource Chiropractic. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, Travis?
Yeah, so originally from Northwest Iowa, a small town called Estherville, home of the midgets. So I did all the midget wrestling, midget football. So Dickinson's not the only town in U.S. with a midget as a mascot.
That's a weird stat.
Definitely. Nobody's ever afraid of them. So, I did my collegiate career down in Briarcliff in Sioux City, Iowa, and then I went up to Northwestern Health Sciences Chiropractic in Bloomington, Minnesota, which is where I met my wife, and then I've been practicing up here for the last 5 years. So
that's awesome. And so, when we have our coffee meetings and we have all of our stuff, we talk a lot about our why. Like, why do we have our job? And can you tell me and our audience why chiropractic care?
Yeah, so my team and I, we really believe that people can live a life free of pain, especially musculoskeletal pain, so long as they live a proactive and healthy lifestyle. And the reason that I got into chiropractic care is because I know that when I adjust people or when I get adjusted myself, I don't have to feel pain or I don't have to feel bad. So it's really actually being healthcare because we are truly keeping you healthy. Whereas most other facets you think about, like if you go to the hospital, it's usually because you're sick. So it's not really healthcare, it's sick care.
Right.
And I'd much rather deal with healthy people than sick people all day.
And can we piggyback on that a little bit? You touched on what makes you guys look different.
Yeah, so one of the biggest thing that makes us different is, we have the chiropractic realm, which again, we adjust, which is the main portion to get those joints moving, get things more aligned properly, but we also focus a lot on stability. And stability is huge because a lot of people kind of miss that ball game, and it seems like a lot of people do one or the other. Right. And when you put them both together with your alignment and mobility, as well as the stability, which is strengthening the muscles, so we do a lot of rehab and stuff like that, you're able to then jump up to that next level. And we just find that people get a lot better results that way.
And to kind of demonstrate that a little bit better,
Mm-hmm.
I made a business chart this week.
Yeah.
And you can see that it's a little Venn diagram, and on it you can see we have like nerd.
Yeah.
And then spine health.
Yeah.
And then awesomeness. And so I'm in the awesome nerd category.
Yeah.
And you're in the awesome nerd with good spinal health.
Yeah, the spine nerd. Yeah.
And so I like to just kind of point that out a little bit.
Yeah.
We're talking a little bit more about spine health and how I'm terrible, and all my nerds all day are like, and I know that that's not good for me.
Yeah.
And a lot of my guys will like crack their own neck, which I feel like is not the best thing. Can we talk about, is that healthy or what? Should we be doing that?
Yeah, so when you first feel like you need to pop or crack your own neck is the first sign that something's not moving right, not aligned properly, and again, the muscles are stiffening down to try and protect that area. Right. Hence, you feel more stiff. And, when you're popping your own neck, it's really the joints that are above or below the segment that isn't moving that's actually getting the popping noise.
Sure.
Versus the segment that needs to get moving, getting moving again. Mm-hmm. And with that, it creates an area that moves too much and an area that's not moving enough. And that makes the muscles even tighten down more because, again, things aren't moving as a cohesive unit. And that can create problems down the road, obviously, in the future. But kind of to piggyback, and this is something that most patients, or most people I should say, don't really realize, when you're working at a computer and that head starts to drift forward, every inch creates an extra 10 pounds of stress on your spine. So kind of like if I'm holding a weight here, it's not so bad. If I try to hold out here all day. That's, obviously gonna be a lot heavier. So that's why a lot of people who sit at work, and you probably have known this as well, you get that neck or mid back pain type of
It's
stuff.
not uncommon.
Yes, definitely.
And when you're at your computer all day, and I just go see a chiropractor. Don't adjust yourself. That's just goofy. And so, well, it kind of segues into our next question here. And can you tell us? We talk a lot about you're healthier than most people that I know. Can you tell us your 3 truths about health?
Yeah. So I love this question because as far as health goes, the first thing that I can tell you, and the first truth that I know, you get one body. No matter what we do, you're only going to have one body to carry us through.
Right.
I don't think we're all going to be like, the Futurama head in a bowl type of thing.
Yeah.
But maybe someday. And I don't know, maybe we'll live for thousands of years.
Yeah.
But as far as
Till
I know,
then.
we only get one body, so you have to take care of it, right? And so the second truth of that would be you are what you eat or what you put in your body, right? I know you're doing a nice New Year's resolution this year, which is to...
I spend as much money in the grocery store on fruit as I do pizza. And I think that's a good first step.
That is a good first step, You're not completely getting rid of pizza. There's vegetables on pizza.
Any diet where you say, I'm just not going to eat pizza anymore, that's destined to fail.
Exactly.
That's just not me. That's not human.
Right. And so that's where, just putting in your body, because again, what you're going to eat is what you're going to feel like. So again, if you're eating crap, you're going to feel like crap.
Right.
If you're eating good stuff, you're going to feel better. The last truth that I would say is a lot of people put a lot of, I hear a lot of, well, my mom or dad had this, so I'm prone to it. And, genetics really doesn't play as much of a role as people would think. So genetics, we only get like tens of thousands of genetic variations that can happen. Whereas when you've got bad gut health or you're more bacteria than you are actually human cells, when those don't work in symbiosis with your body, you're now going to have more ailments and more problems. So based off what you do with yourself is how those genes express themselves.
And I think that's more true today than ever. I mean, 200 years ago, maybe you were dealt a bad gene card, but we have so much science and we just know so much more now that I think that you can really be proactive and take steps to help yourself. And then
definitely.
Going with that help, every week I ask one of my guests, is there something that my audience can do? Like, how can we help you, Travis?
Yeah, it's a great question. So one of the biggest ways that I feel like people can help us is to really help themselves. So think about your life, like what could be better, and kind of think to yourself, would my life be better if I had regular chiropractic care? Because again, it is being healthy about it and being proactive about your health. So, if you have daily headaches, thinking about, is that normal? Do I really have daily headaches, or is there something going on in my body that's creating that? Right. And that's how we can help. So if you have any loved ones, care ones that have any ailments at all that they just want more help at, again, we have a plethora of research that we go through. 3 great doctors on our staff, one that, really specializes in sports and general population, me and my wife, Dr. Courtney Carpenter. Right. Another one that's one of 2 people in the state of North Dakota that actually has their diplomate in pregnancy and pediatric, and Dr. Minnie Farrell and myself, who also works with a lot of sports teams and general population as well.
And one thing just to add on that is if you're kind of in the market to start healthcare, or you don't know if you're ready to start, call them up and they'll come out to your office and do free chair massages. Yeah. And it's one way to kind of be like, okay, maybe this is the first step into getting better. And I know that that's something that I've scheduled for my fantastic nerds, and it should be good. I'd like to just take a moment to thank you for being my guest and coming back after a little framing mishap last week. And so
every time I get with you, it's great.
I'm glad that you were able to come back out. And so thank you so much for being, and have a good night and great weekend, everybody.
Thank you.
Oh, you have one and done?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, Travis. Okay, let's push all the buttons.